Hey, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everybody's doing well, and I wanted to just come back on again and looking forward to the conversation for today. As you can can see, got a lot going on with moving still, but yeah, we still gonna stay committed to raising awareness in the community. But wanted to jump on here today and have some more conversations and have some more dialogue and raising awareness in the community. Just continue on with my commitment to doing so. And I hope everybody's doing well. And today, the conversations, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, but one of the main conversations we're going to have is what's the update on Sheriff Fikes versus Perry County Commission Chairman Albert Turner ruling. And just want to talk about that. Going to talk about a lot of other stuff in reference to Perry County. And some other things, but just wanted to really talk about that because I know people are wanting to know, people are looking for answers, and some other things I do want to talk about, but those are some of the main things. But I wanted to just start off by first, sending a shout out to the community. There are some things that I'm telling you, an engaged community. Good evening, Pam. An engaged and aware community is a powerful, powerful force. A very, very powerful, powerful force. And hey, how you doing, Ms. Moore? The reason why I'm bringing it up is because there's some things that happened over the last, even today, that I want to give a shout out to. And I'll talk about the other side to it, but I want to highlight the positives, right? Because there's an energy in the community that is when people are seeing things that are not done right, they are not being quiet about it. They are raising their voice. They are contacting people. They're calling people, and the kids are benefiting from it. That's why I said a engaged, informed, and aware community is a very, very powerful, powerful force. And I got to do it. And I want to give a shout out to a few people. How you doing, Ms. Moore? What's going on? But I want to give a shout out to a few people. And what happened is this, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is what happened. Earlier today, Albert Turner made a post, and I'm going to go to it. Might as well just go to it. Might as well just go to it. All right, you guys can see. Going to Perry County Commissioner, District 1, Albert Turner. And he made a post earlier. He made a post yesterday. And the post he made yesterday, it said, "Let's go, Lady Rams." Chairman Turner presents a check. To Perry County Board of Education Comptroller to support the Francis Marion cheerleaders with their overnight accommodations in Birmingham. The cheerleaders will accompany the Lady Rams to their Final Four Class 1A basketball game on Monday morning at the BJCC. Right? Now, there was a lot of outrage. And the reason why, and I say rightfully so, there's two schools from Perry County that's going to Birmingham. The males of the boys varsity from Hatch is going as well. And there was some outrage in Uniontown of why money wasn't given to accommodate the cheerleaders from Uniontown, right? And you can go whatever reason. I'll come back and talk about that now, but this is what I wanted to show. I wanted to show people this. This is why I say powerful, powerful, powerful when they engage community, get together. You see things happening. Now, y'all saw that was 25 hours ago when that was shared. 25 hours ago when that was shared. I just want y'all to see this, right? 5 hours ago, Terry Pope from Uniontown, he said, "Hey, for sure, let's get this money up and get the cheerleaders that just due to honor their contributions and their hard work. I'll be the first to donate." Now, if you scroll down here, you had a lot of people that was engaged, right? And the community came together. People saying, hey, they willing to donate. They want to come through and come through for the girls cheerleaders in Uniontown. Look, people coming out to work say, I'll support. And once I said, hey, count me in, let me know where to send a donation, right? Then right after that, this was about an hour ago. He said, bro, we brought it to light, and it's taken care of now. Now, I'm gonna go back to my page. I'm gonna show you the power of a community coming together. Former Mayor Jamal Hunter shared this about an hour ago. And I said, this is another example of a community serving the community. So I would like to express appreciation to Reverend Philip White, Commissioner Carl Lewis, and the Uniontown governing body, as well as myself, for generously covering the cheerleaders' room and food expenses. Each individual awareness to participate has made this possible, demonstrating the effectiveness of community collaborations. Go Bobcats. I want to send a shout out to all of those former mayors, former Mayor Jamal Hunter, former Mayor Philip White, former Mayor Carl Lewis, who is now Commissioner Lewis, and the Uniontown governing body, for stepping up and taking care of the Uniontown cheerleaders, right? To me, it's distasteful for Albert not to, whatever donation that it came from that didn't even consider both schools. But, for me, this is just my opinion, is that he's trying to do things to try to gain favor in Marion because he can't handle the heat for accountability on him. So he wants something to look positive. That's what he wants to do. So that's why he just did that. And he has a history of doing that. But I just want people to see. And that's why I said an engaged community, less than 3-4 hours, the community came together. And people in the community stepped up and it was willing to support. That's what all of this is about. It's not about all the stuff that people want to make it. It's about people doing what's right. Because at the end of the day, those kids benefit from it. Those cheerleaders who doing their stomp and shake. Y'all ain't think I knew about the stomp and shake style. I know about cheerleader stuff. But y'all, they was there. They've been there cheering them on, going hard, and they deserve to be there. So shout out to them for doing that. And that's that's powerful when the community come together. When the community come together. Now I want to show you guys something else about the community. And this is about community. This is about what accountability does. I shared this last night. Yesterday I shared this. Last night I said, this is what consistent accountability will bring. A year ago, Francis Marion School could not play a night baseball game because there were no lights. Still, the community's demands on local political officials to fulfill promises made to secure funding for the lights have made it a reality. An informed, aware, and engaged community is a powerful force to reckon with. And you can see this is what this right here are the lights at the Francis Marion baseball field. Those lights that was up. Those lights that, as you can see, and if people remember, on November the 3rd, I made a post and I showed receipts that 565 days earlier, Albert Turner made a promise that he was going to secure at the time $175,000 to do the lights. On April 4th, 2024, Dr. Smiley announced that the baseball field was complete, but they needed additional funding for lights, that the wiring and everything was done already. Right? Now, Albert came 5 days later, said that he was going to secure the funds. 565 days passed. I made a post on November the 3rd on my page, highlighting that, showing the old, showing the WAKA news article on the 4th of April, 2025. And then I showed Albert post on the 9th of April of 2024. I'm sorry. 12 days later, on the 15th, Albert came back with a post on his personal Facebook page and said he secured funding. Him and Prince Chestnut secured $200,000 in funding from the state. On the 19th, and he came back and he said, just like that, the lights was up. Now, my thing is, if the community didn't speak up, would those kids be having those lights up right now? That's why I want people to understand. This is the reason why you hold people accountable. Because empty promises was made 565 days and nobody did anything. Albert didn't do anything until the heat got held on him. And in an effort to try to prove me wrong, the kids got the lights. And guess what, Albert? The joke's on you, because those kids in the community are able to enjoy them lights. So you trying to show me up? I appreciate it, and them kids appreciate it too. But you should have did it 564 days earlier. And it shouldn't take somebody calling you out and holding you accountable for you to actually do the job that you always get empty promises to. And you know I show receipts, my boy. You know I show receipts. So you can say all you want to. But what you did today was not only yesterday was not only distasteful, but I feel you did it as another political ploy, because only thing you want is you want something to look favorable to you, because you did that for Marion, like you're looking out for Marion. Because only thing you've ever been able to do is pander in District 1, because nobody else outside of that district, outside of absentee ballots and people in that district, support you. And you know it. You know it. And I'm going to tell you this to your face again. I'm going to tell you this to your face, Albert Fitzgerald Turner, a.k.a. Jelly. Right? I'm telling you this to your face. Your only hope is absentee ballots. But guess what, my boy? And guess what, my boy? Hey, Secretary of State, we got them coming. You just know they just announced that 3 people in the Monroe in Frisco City just got arrested for voter fraud. You know why? Because the incumbent mayor sued the mayor-elect for voter fraud. Right? And guess what? They got in there and they started looking at them absentee ballots. They start verifying those notary republics, start verifying the names and if those people are alive and all of that. So come with all of that stuff that you used to doing. And guess what? The people will be waiting. The people will be waiting on you. And I know you shaking in your boots because people ain't giving you no money. You know how I know, Albert? I done checked your campaign records. That money ain't coming in like it used to, my boy. That money ain't coming in. Them folks know you hot. The block is hot. The block is hot. Hot, hot. You hot, my boy. And you know that. You know that. But let's get to it. Oh yeah, I got some more for you today. Because, man, that's crazy work. That crazy work. Now, let's go back to it. Let's go back to this. Now, I'm sitting there minding my business. Finished packing up and doing my thing. And I would tell you this, man, shout out to the community. I mean, shout out to the community, because the community is aware and they locked in. They locked in. Now, Albert, you know you got me blocked from your personal page. But thank God to the community for sending this to me. They sent this to me. And I'm gonna let the people show it. I'm going to show the people. And I posted it on my page, but I'm going to show it. Now, this was shared by somebody else, but I want y'all to pay attention to the comment made by the great Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner, who goes by Albert Turner Jr., but who's not a junior, but that's another conversation. So this is about his community barbecue that he got scheduled for tomorrow. He said, Sunday, March 1st, the 18th, right? You got free rib tips, fried rib tips, side desserts, and drinks. And look what he said. I want y'all to see I want y'all to see exactly what he said. He said, hold on. Let me drink my drink. Hold on. Let me drink my drink, get my voice right. Y'all know it's coming, right? Before anybody say something, this was in there. Ain't nothing else now. But y'all know it coming. Here it go. Don't buy that narrative that they don't like him. You're right. Some don't, but more do. And all will be welcome. Except a few hardcore haters. they will have some special plates prefix SM. Yeah, they be thinking and get that all will be welcome except a few hardcore haters. They will have special plates prefixed by order of the commission, the chairman. The chairman. Now let's go back to it. Now, my question is this. Why is Perry County Commission Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner communicating threats and saying, all will be welcome except a few hardcore haters? They will have special plates prefixed to his campaign-sponsored community barbecue on tomorrow, March 1st. It is wise to inform Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner that in the great state of Alabama, it is illegal to communicate threats to anyone, especially an elected official. Below is what Alabama law says about harassment for reference. Now, in the state of Alabama, harassment can include threats, whether verbal or nonverbal, made with the intent to carry them out that will make a reasonable person fear for their safety. That's Alabama Code 13A-11-8. And this is directly out of there. It says harassment is a Class C misdemeanor. Harassing communication. A person commits the crime of harassing communication if, with intent to harass or alarm other persons, he or she does any of the following. Communicates with a person anonymously or otherwise by telephone, telegraph, mail, or any other form of written or electronic communication, which is Facebook, which is a comment on Facebook, in a manner likely to harass or cause alarm. Now, let's go back to the comment. You are right. Some don't, but more do. And all will be welcome, except a few hardcore haters. They will have special plates prefixed. Now, Albert. Commissioner, Chairman, I want to remind you, Chairman, that Alabama law says that if you're using an elected official using the courthouse, that it has to be open to all. Everybody got to be open to all. And you can't use any resources, so you better not plug up one goddamn line of power to the event tomorrow, because the community going to be there taking pictures. You better not use no water, no nothing. You can be on the lawn, but you can't use nothing from the courthouse. Now, you say everybody welcome except a few hardcore haters. Now, Commissioner, now, the law said everybody got to be welcome. Everybody got to be welcome. But the chairman may think that because he's the self-proclaimed king of Perry County, the chairman can do what he wants. No, bro, you can't. The community gonna be there. And look, Albert, I already got some ethics committee complaint sheets. I already got them ready for the community. We ready, and guess what? We gonna cover. We got people willing to cover the cost for Notary Republic. Hey, Albert, hey, send me Jeff Easley phone number so I can reach out to him to see how much he'll cost, how much he'll charge to do Notary Republic for these ethics commission complaints. If you get out of line tomorrow, just let me know. I know you know my number. I know you got it, right? I know you got it. The community watching. They watching, my boy. They watching. Now, Albert, I want the community to see now. I want the community to see. That's how them special plates for them haters gonna be looking tomorrow. If that's how it looking tomorrow. You sure? Because you said you got special prefix plates for my haters. For the haters, you got them that's how they gonna look tomorrow. You gonna have the sauce on them like that. Albert, you gonna have them pickles? You gonna have them pickles too? You got them sides? I just want to know, my boy. Let me know. Let me know if they look like that tomorrow. Let me know. Let me know. But I ain't joking. I mean, I know I'm having fun right now, but I ain't joking about them pictures. Oh, listen, if anything plugged up, they using water, anything, they can't use nothing. If they using a county vehicle, take a picture. Everything, they don't supposed to use nothing from the county. That's what the law say. That's what the law said. The law said that they are able to do that, but what they are prohibited from doing, they are prohibited from using any resources, any employees, anything. No, and it has to be after business hours. And Albert, guess what? Guess what, Albert? Guess what, my boy? The law said the same access that you have, that's the same access everybody else have. So all the other candidates get the same access, and they have to pay the same price you paid. So Albert, if you pay the price to rent, we want to see the receipts, because I ain't coming with that BS that you like to make up. You need to do a written request. You need to do a written man, shut up. Show the receipts. Show the receipts. Show the receipts. Show them. And I feel good right now. I feel good right now because I just want y'all to see something. See something from the chairman. What the great chairman, he announced his itinerary for the week. Here it go. He said, a long week planned ahead for Chairman Turner, right? And I don't really care about none of that. What I want to get down here too is right here, my boy. I'm gonna highlight it. Friday, Chairman Turner will travel to Chicago to attend the funeral of Reverend Jesse Jackson, as the Jackson and Turner families have been long-term friends, with Reverend Jackson and Albert Sr. having worked together with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Chairman Turner will pay his respect before returning to Alabama immediately after the service on Friday. I commend you with all of that, but you better not spend one dime of Perry County money for you going to that funeral, because that has nothing to do. It better come out of Perry County Civic League, or Albert, use some of that money, some of that $125,100 you got from Bobby Singleton for consultant fees to Emerson Company to pay for it. Because you better not use a dime of it of Perry County. You better not drive that vehicle nowhere near that Birmingham airport. You better not be in that county vehicle, because guess what, Albert? I'm going to be in Alabama next week, and I'll drive to that airport. You better catch an Uber from your alleged Birmingham resident to the airport. You better not. Because guess what, Albert? We look, the community, you can't deny us from seeing that receipts. And I guarantee you, all the commissioners need to ask. Because guess what, Albert? When I move back and I'm in Uniontown, guess who my commissioner is? My personal commissioner is Commissioner Carlton Lewis, who is the vice chairman. And guess what? I will be one of his constituents. And I will be a concerned constituent of his. And I want to see every dime you spend. And you better not have a flight that Perry County paid to go to that funeral. They ain't got nothing to do with Perry County business. So you, like you said at the Martin Luther King breakfast, you better use some of them $2 million, a couple $1 million that you said you got. Won't you use that? And I hope you don't think that I'm joking. I hope you don't think that I'm joking about you doing anything. I hope you don't think that I'm joking without asking about that receipt. I hope you don't. And guess what, Albert? AP clearing, that ain't gonna clear it up. I want to see receipts. We can call American, United, Delta. We can call a Southwest. We can call all of them to get it. And speaking of credit cards, Albert, answer this question for me, my boy. It was reported to me that Perry County commissioners used to have like a county credit card back in the day. And due to a commissioner misuse of it, they took them all back. Can you expound on that to the community about who that commissioner was? Using the county credit card like their own credit card, allegedly. Can you expound on that to the community? Since you like to give updates, talk about your itinerary, but you don't provide no receipts. This was back when Tim Sanderson and I think Ron Miller, all of them was back there. It was back in the day. What happened, my boy? What happened? What happened? You know, this whole thing, man, like seriously, like at the end of the day. Oh, and I just want to get this. I want to provide some clarity. I want to provide some clarity. Y'all, this ain't about Albert. I just want people to understand it. This right here is not about Albert. This is about accountability. So if you just think that is connected to Albert, no, you are sadly mistaken. It's about raising awareness in the community. The community sees the awareness in the community is being raised, and they're holding these elected officials accountable. Period. They're holding them accountable. And as we continue to hold their feet to the fire, we are going to see results in the community because accountability and transparency are no longer optional. No longer optional. Period. They are no longer optional. And this is what it is. See, accountability got them lights down there in Francis. That's what accountability did. Because if we just going off of the promises of these politicians, it was 565 days. And Albert, guess what? I want to let you know this. And Prince Chestnut is watching. I want to let him know this as well. I will be making a trip to Montgomery to have a conversation with Representative Prince Chestnut. Because you said in your post, Albert, you said that he secured $200,000 from the state of Alabama that was sent to the Board of Education. So guess what, Albert? For the Perry County Board of Education, for Representative Prince Chestnut, and I'm going to the state to request what proof that they had of $200,000 being sent to Perry County. And Albert, guess what? If I find out there ain't no money being sent, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show the receipts to the community of another lie that you told and you fabricated. And the reason why I'm doing it is because you have yet to say I lied. You have yet to provide proof to disprove anything that I shared and I showed receipts for. But you still keep going on and like you can do the same old. Those days are over with, my boy. They over with. The community see you for who you are. You feel like you in your little bubble. You keep talking about the 5 people. Man, you know what? I ain't worrying about why no 5 people. I'm not worried about that. But guess what? Them same 5 people supporting you. You ain't got the support that you used to have. That's why you should have took my $10 donation to your campaign. But I wonder why you sent it back. You ain't want my help. You ain't want my help, Big Al. You didn't want my help. You need to be calling people in. I know your goal was to raise, what, $50,000? $50,000 for your campaign? Really? 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 And I want to say this. If any candidate out there that's running for office, if Albert is pushing you to run for office or you connected to Albert, I'm going to let you know this right now. He's looking for leverage to control and manipulate you. That's what he do. So if you're running for an office or a countywide office and Albert is connected with you in any way, I would run. Because it's not a good look. It is not a good look. The only thing Albert can offer you is allegedly through absentee ballot. Hey, you said, hey, y'all don't believe me about the $10? Oh, hold on. Let me go to my photos. Because y'all know I keep receipts, right? I keep them receipts. I keep them receipts. I keep them receipts. I. Hey. I. Did I post them? Yes, I did. Let me go. Give me 1 second, you guys. I don't think that did I share them? I had to look at it. Give me 1 second. I shoot. Yeah, I know y'all saw it. Yep, y'all saw it. It was a couple days ago. But I got receipts. I can share it again. That's no problem. But back to you, Albert. You know, I just wanted to just let you know that, and I want everybody to know this. You know, people be like, man, you always talking about Albert and blah, blah, blah. Just look at what happened today. Look at what happened yesterday. The man gave a check and was disrespectful to Uniontown. And listen, that's not his first time being disrespectful. I'm going to tell you what he do. And I talked about it earlier. But last year, my sister, I think, was the president of the Uniontown Park and Recreation Board. My sister, Portia. She's dealing with, I don't know if I think she was the president. But for the last few years, the Uniontown Park and Rec Board have done a lot of great things for the youth in Uniontown. They started a basketball league. They're doing flag football now, doing a lot of different things. She went to the Perry County Commission last year and asked them for $1,500 to support. Albert didn't vote on it. He didn't give it to her. You know why? Because he didn't give a god dog about those kids or Uniontown. He just wasn't going to get no money to my sister. And that's just the type of person he is. That's just the type of person he is. And people are acting like they're shocked when it's exposed and people show receipts of him doing it. They act like they're shocked, right? But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But before I even get to it, sometimes you just got to laugh, man. Look, you got to have fun. Because Bobby, this for you, Bobby. I know you sitting there saying, man, I should have set this one out, huh? And Albert sitting there telling, the chairman tried to tell you. The chairman tried to tell you should have set that one out. Now, Bobby, I know I asked you to help me out, allegedly. I know I asked you to help me out, but you shouldn't have said the little sly comment, and then trying to say a hit dog will holler, but that ain't no hit dog now. I done effed around and found out myself, and now the boy showed receipts. Now he showed receipts. But when he showed receipts, he connect the dots too, man. That boy, he be connecting them dots, and I know I shouldn't have said that. You know, I shouldn't never said who are you, and I shouldn't have never said that. But you know, my pride ain't gonna let me go back and say I messed up. But yeah, you should have set this one out. But that heat is hot. It's hot over here. It's hot. Because that boy hit me with facts. He ain't never saying nothing personal. He hit me with facts and all these AI cartoons. And I don't know what to do. It just hurt my feelings. And ain't nobody speaking up for me. Ain't nobody. That just, man, I feel all alone. Sometimes I just feel alone. And as I'm sitting in my corner at the house and I wake up in cold sweats. Robert Shepard. Ooh, Robert Shepard. Hey, y'all remember the, hey, y'all remember, on Lion King and, when Whoopi Goldberg played the hyena and, she was with Scar and they said, Mufasa. She said, ooh, say it again. Mufasa. Ooh. So look, when y'all see Albert and somebody said, Robert Shepard, Albert will go, ooh, don't say it again. Hey, and y'all know what's so funny? This thing is hilarious to me. Let me tell you why it's so funny to me. Because, man, look, this thing is good, man. Man, I'll tell you, listen, when you walk in your assignment that God give you, listen, that's a Philippians 4:7. That's a peace that surpasses all understanding. There's a peace that surpasses all understanding. That God give you. But I want to tell you something. This thing right here is good. This is why I do this. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Man, this thing is good, and it's about raising awareness. All right, here we go. So Genesis 50:20 said, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. That's the NIV version. Let me go what his King James version said. But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass as it is this day, to save much people alive. I'm going to go back to the NIV version. Say, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Albert, you intended to spread lies and do all of these scare tactics and all of that. You intended that for bad. You thought it was going to hurt me. You thought that was going to scare me and get me to be quiet. But Albert, guess what? Them lies, they were lies, and they're about my daddy. And guess what? What my daddy got to do with me, my boy? What my daddy got to do with me? What my daddy got to do with them facts, my boy? What my daddy got to do with them receipts, my boy? Nothing. And you just mad. You mad. Why you mad? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, right? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Everything you meant for bad, God is turning for good. That's why I say you the gift that keep on giving, my boy. You the gift that keep on giving. Guess what? Tomorrow morning, I will be listening to you on WJUS. I got the app because I know you're going to say something. You the gift that keep on giving. You the gift that keep on giving. I tell you, man, that's just what it is. And listen, I told you it's divine. I done told you that. But no, you still feel like you can go and scheme and maneuver and call in all your favors. But all of that is being exposed at the highest level. At the highest level. And them same tactics are being exposed and people looking right now. Now, with that being said, my boy, let's go on. Hold on. Let me get my British accent in right now. Now, I'm gonna do my pay homage to my friends from Louisiana. Don't you know, baby? With that being said, baby, don't you know? I just wanted to talk about the thing got posted this morning. So we're gonna talk about that, all right? And we're gonna get right into it. Here it go. What's the update on Sheriff Fikes versus Perry County Commission Chairman Albert Turner ruling? What's the update? Now, on October the 12th, 2025, the Perry County Herald published an article titled, Hearing Set for this Afternoon in Lawsuit Between Sheriff Chairman. This article said a hearing in Sheriff Fikes versus Albert Turner Jr. Is set for 1:30 p.m. today, Thursday, October the 9th, before Circuit Judge Marvin W. Wiggins, right? You can go to it right here, and y'all can click on that link and go to it. And shout out to the Perry County Herald because they've been doing a great job for covering this. Now, 7 days later, on October the 19th, the Perry County Herald published an article titled Fikes versus Turner. After hearing county asks judge to keep non-deputy staff classified as county employees. This article says Sheriff Roy Fikes sued earlier this year over control and classification of personnel assigned to his office. The case had an October the 9th hearing. The judge has not yet issued any orders as a result of the hearing. You can go to it. Now, on the greatest day of the year, my birthday, on November the 1st, the Perry County Herald published an article titled, Final Hearing Set for November the 5th in Lawsuit Between Fikes and Turner. This article said the dispute between Sheriff Roy Fikes and Perry County Commission Chairman Albert Turner, who controls staffing and other operations in the sheriff's office, is now set for a final hearing next week. Circuit Judge Marvin W. Wiggins has scheduled the case for Wednesday, November the 5th. Now, that was pushed to December the 17th. Now, go in. On January the 2nd, Perry County Herald published an article titled, Judge Enters Post-Hearing Order in Fikes versus Turner Courthouse Security, Lawsuit December the 19th. This article said, in an order entered December the 19th, Circuit Judge Marvin W. Wiggins wrote that the matter came before the court for trial, that by agreement of the parties, the defendant shall have 5 days to produce and file the outstanding exhibits for the trial. That was the last, December 19th. This was a question. What updates have you heard about the Sheriff Roy Fikes versus Perry County Commission Chairman Albert Turner's hearing since the hearing from December 17th through 19th ended at the Perry County Courthouse? Anybody heard any updates? The other one is, what reasons why Perry County Circuit Court Judge Marvin Wiggins hasn't made a ruling yet when the hearing was done on December the 19th, 2025? Right? This is Judge Marvin Wiggins right there. That's Albert Fitzgerald Turner, and that's Sheriff Roy Fikes, right? What has the community heard? Right? What has the community heard about that? And I'm just being honest with you. I think Alabama law says that the judge can, there's no set time limit. There's like a 90-day rule people talk about, but every 6 months they have to file a report. And if it's nothing is done on it, then they will look at it. But I will tell you, there's a history. And this is what people say, that Albert and Judge Wiggins are friends, so that Judge Wiggins can be taking his time to drag his feet on this ruling. And all of this is Albert trying to overstep his boundaries. This is the argument. If you go back and you read those different articles, you will see Albert is trying to argue that the sheriff is only responsible for the jailers and the security officers, but everybody else that work at the jail, like the people that work in the kitchen and all that other stuff, the commission got power over them. What is that power? I'm trying to figure out how somebody who's only been elected by District 1 their entire political career. You tried to run for House of Representative, you tried to run for probate judge, and tried to run for mayor twice and didn't get it. What is your obsession of power for? Right? That is a problem. That is a problem. Like, it is a problem. That the sheriff run everything. That ain't your lane. And Albert said in the poll, the sheriff may run the jail, but we own the purse. What are you talking about? If you own the purse, why that check bounce? That $26,000 check bounce to that contractor. You ain't providing no update on that. That $26,000 check bounce to that contractor that was at the jail, that did the work on the jail. Where your update for that, my boy? Where your update for that, my boy? Albert, where your pictures at from DC? Where you say you were being honored? Where your pictures at? Why you ain't posting numbers and stuff like that no more? Is it because of accountability? Is that what it is? Now, Albert, you know what them people saying? Them people saying the checks you write gonna be bouncing like that basketball Uniontown and Friends is gonna be playing with on Monday up in Birmingham. They say it's gonna be bouncing like that. Now, Albert, what I do want to ask you is, payroll gonna be good this month? Payroll was struck payroll was a struggle last month. You know, it was a little delayed. It's a shame that I reported that before you did. And then you're going to say it was Albert going to say, it was a glitch. It was a glitch in the bank. It was a glitch. Now, it wasn't no glitch. It wasn't no glitch, my boy. It was a glitch, all right. What it was you had to make some things shake, didn't you? Allegedly. See, man, I tell you, man, it's funny. It's funny how all of this stuff is coming to light. It's funny how all of this stuff is coming to light. All of it. And listen, so a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people been making claims like, oh, these people need to go to jail. Right? Got you, mama. I got you. You saying that a lot of people saying that these people need to go to jail. What I want to let the people know, that's what we need the paperwork at. Like, serious, that's where the paperwork come in at. And I'm being honest with you. That's where you get them contracts. That's where you get the bids. That's the type of stuff. This hearsay stuff, they know that a lot of times, you know, they're going to get thrown out in court, right? But they need that paperwork. That's why it's important to do those records requests. That's why it's important to submit those complaints, right? That's why it's important to do those things. That is the importance of it. So once you get that, now you look at all of this other stuff and you can line two on two. Like, for example, right? When I talked about how it's a lot of others, man. It's a lot of other stuff, man. Look, hold on. Let me go to my friend Chat GPT, and I'm gonna ask them a question. I'm gonna ask them a question. I'm gonna ask them a question, and then I'm gonna show y'all, cause y'all know I mean, I'm being honest with you. You know, you can like me, you can hate me, you can wish I never existed. But what you can't say is I lied or I ain't showed my proof. You can't say that now. That one thing you can't say. You can't say that I lied or I haven't shown proof. You can say all the other stuff, but you know you lying if you say that, right? Elected official. So my question is, I was like, can an elected official in Alabama hold public office and be a lobbyist? Right? Now, while we're doing that, let me go to something else too, because I want to show y'all something. Because this is that good stuff, man. This right here, that good. What it say? It's that good stuff. Yeah. I love receipts. Because receipts are so good. All right. Here we go. We're on the Perry County, Alabama website, right? And this is, y'all see that, right? There's the chairman, right? Albert Turner. I want y'all to see something. This is his bio, right? This is his bio. I want y'all to come down here and look. And I'm going to highlight this. Currently, Commissioner Turner is serving his 4th term as commissioner and 4th year as chairman. Commissioner Turner is the active president and CEO of the Emerson Company, a political consulting and lobbying firm. With offices in Montgomery and Marion, Alabama. He also serves as the president of the Perry County Civic League, one of the most influential political organizations in West Alabama. Commissioner Turner is also the immediate past president of the Alabama Association of Black County Officials. Now, let's go to see what Alabama law said. And the question is, can an elected official in Alabama hold public office and be a lobbyist? Under Alabama law, an individual who is currently an elected public official cannot serve as a compensated lobbyist or represent clients for a fee before a government body while holding that office. So, good old Albert was a registered lobbyist back to like 2014, 2015. And I know it's brought to attention, but he's not registered anymore. But y'all see, he said that the Emerson Company is a consulting and a lobbyist firm. That he's received over $125,100 from Alabama Senator, Minority Whip, Bobby Singleton, since 2018. That those funds come in coincidentally around primary and general election time, with $30,000, $15,000 going to Emerson Company and $15,000 going to the Perry County Civic League on November the 8th, 2022, which was the same day of the general election in 2022 in Perry County. Is that a coincidence? Or is that allegedly how they get money funded, so they can have that walk around money to make it rain? Oh, Brandon, if he's registered in Georgia as a lobbyist, you already know I'm going to find it. You already know I'm going to find it. I just want people to understand that. And if he doing that, that's what Alabama law says. I'm a resident in Georgia. You got a Georgia address? You got a house in Georgia? How you pay for that house, Albert? On a part-time salary. Don't you got a house in Birmingham area too? How you pay for that one too? You got what, 4-5 houses? How you do that and making $1,800 a month? I'm sorry, you the chairman, so I think you make like $2,400. How you do that making less than $25,000 a year? You making that much money? Who are you? Matter of fact, outside of Bobby Singleton, who calling you to consult? Because I'm pretty sure when I looked at that and I look at it, Bobby Singleton then won every race that he ran for, but he paying you to consult, to politically consult. But only race you done won in your entire political career has been District 1. What are he paying for? I'm just trying, what he paying for? That's just like me paying somebody to do my schoolwork, but they flunk their test. What I'm paying you for? What am I paying you for? And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But at the end of the day, I come with receipts. And I will continue to come with receipts. You know why I will come with receipts? Because receipts are what counts. Receipts don't care about your emotions. Receipts don't care about your bias. Receipts show exactly what it is. And everybody in our community know, even though you may be scared, and listen, I understand that this may be all a lot of people know. I understand that, right? But you have to ask yourself, if you are being taken care of and the collective is bad, then why would you allow all of the chaos to be okay while you just getting crumbs? Like, I'm dead serious. So I called this out at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the fiscal year. When I told people, when you go to the Perry County website, if you go to the budget from the last year budget, indigent funds, they gave $20,000 to Sowing Seeds of Hope. they gave $5,000 to Choice. This year, earlier he had 75,000 going to Sowing Seeds of Hope, and then he announced that he got additional 25,000. Sowing Seeds of Hope that money was supposed to go to help disabled and elderly with their light bills. Now, Sowing Seeds of Hope, this is a question that I have for you. With me being a disabled, because I'm going to have a handicap sign, with me being a disabled person, do I qualify for assistance, utility assistance with that funding? Because it's been told to me that a lot of people call and they are turned away because they're told that they're not old, they're not elderly, or they're not disabled. So I just want to know, because it's showing that Perry County gave you, they say 65, then another 20. So they gave you $90,000 this year. Now, my question that came to me is, why is that major increase? Then I thought about it. It's an election year. Let me paint it like I'm trying to ease the burden for the big, beautiful bill. But really, I know that a lot of people in my district, in District 1, get the benefits of that. So that will keep them loyal to me, to vote for me, because I'm helping them with their bills. See, that's how people use public position and public money for their own self-interest. And then he went back and he added Project Grace on there. He gave Project Grace $5,000 and gave Choice from 5, gave them $10,000 this year. Right? And I and listen, an engaged community and an aware community is a powerful thing. And these politicians want us to remain asleep. And I keep saying that they want us to remain asleep. Right? The thing about it is this, and I'm going to go ahead on and tell y'all. The issues in Perry County, that problem lies with the commission. You know why? Because the commission has forfeited a lot of their power over to Albert. You know why? Because a lot of them probably didn't know, or just didn't really, be as engaged as they should have. So with Albert being the personality that he is, when you give him a little something, he ain't gonna want to give it back. All of those commissioners are equal. They're 1/5. The chairman title is an erroneous title. He just chairs the meeting. The vote is still 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. There's no higher vote. Albert is not allowed to do anything without the majority vote of the commission. If the commission allows him to do that, that is on the commission. That's why I said they've been doing a good job of reeling him in, but they need to hold this goddamn feet to the fire. Because I would tell you one thing, if you got the equal, you ain't telling me what to do. We gonna do this thing the right way. And the same thing go in these cities. If you're pissed off in these cities, yes, you can blame the mayor. But the blame go to the city council. You know why? The city council is the Congress of the city. They the ones that make the rules. They the ones that make the laws. They the ones to vote. The mayor is not a dictator and come in and say this. This is how this goes. The issues that we have is you got certain city council members. They always go with the mayor to get what they want. And that's why we see the conditions that we have right now. Why hasn't the city council in Uniontown voted for a goddamn audit? And their last audit been since 2012. That ain't the mayor. Why the city council hadn't voted? Why hadn't somebody say, I want to make the motion that we conduct an audit? And you get the motion, it gets second, and vote on it. And if anybody vote no, y'all know exactly what to do in whoever district they are. And go to them and ask them, why you voted no? Because if they voted no, they must be scared that something gonna come out. Because ain't nowhere in the world Uniontown should not have had an audit since 2012. No way at all. And the only reason why Marion did one, because they was pressed to get that money from ADAM. Yeah, and listen, I can have all the love for you. You can be my family member. We could have went to school together. We could have dated. Could have been my boo thing, all of that stuff. If you got in public office and you did something you ain't supposed to do, accountability. Because ain't nobody tell you to do it. The people have the power. But the people got to realize it's more than just getting on here on Facebook and liking and doing all that stuff. Listen, let's pack out them city council meetings. They ain't nothing but an hour. Take that time to go in there, and then you'll start to learn. Let's pack out them commission meetings. Pack them out. I saw Greensboro was packed last week, but let's not just get it. Stay there all the time. Keep your foot on their necks. Because I will tell you like this, if you don't, they're going to continue to get them $400 payments so they can make a car payment and go to them 2 meetings and be done with it, and you see no improvements. My thing is this, for those people that's in city council. How many of y'all have done the training, required training that you're supposed to do at the state of Alabama through the Alabama League of Municipalities? They certify and give city council members training. How many of y'all that been voted multiple times and haven't even been certified yet? But you get that check every month. How many of y'all even know about what grants to find and what grants you can do and how to bring things to the city? How many of y'all have done that? But we sit around and we talk about all of this stuff and, oh, well, we ain't got nothing and ain't no revenue and all of this, all of these goddamn excuses. But when election time, you want to hop your tail up there again and, oh, let's vote for me again. For what? The same old foolishness? If you want it, if you are a city council member, this ain't no joke. I ain't letting nobody know nothing. I have all of the information about doing that training from the Alabama League of Municipalities, because in January the 1st of 2025, Governor Kay Ivey signed a bill that requires all mayors and city council members to conduct 10 hours of training a year, 10 hours a year. And if you ain't going to invest to do your job, you don't need to do that job. I ain't even elected, and I'd invested my own personal time to gather information to raise awareness. I've shared information about grants. I've shared information about a lot of other stuff. I've done that. Why? Because I love my community. I ain't getting a dime from it. And I ain't looking for nothing like that. I am not coming home to live in a place that look like what it look in Uniontown. And if you think I'm going to be quiet about it, you are sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. And you guys, I got to go. But you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. And again, if I've lied, please let me know and provide me credible proof and I lied, and I will gladly come back on here. But Albert, shame on you. Shame on you. And listen, take them pictures tomorrow now. Take them pictures tomorrow. Take them pictures. Because anything been done, we tell it. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. God bless.